Please be seated. Good morning and welcome. I am Hans Butzer, Dean of the Christopher C. Gibbs College of Architecture. And I thank you all for joining our annual Gibbs College of Architecture Convocation. Graduating students, you have reached this important milestone through deliberate practice and effort, a remarkable perseverance, and a demonstration of the highest abilities. On behalf of all of our faculty and staff, we encourage you to proceed in life with a sense of agency. Be bold. Leverage your empowerment as you embark on exciting careers or advanced studies, and with the planning, designing, and constructing of more resilient and equitable communities across the globe. We encourage you to please keep in touch through social media, of course. Share with us your life's successes and career milestones so that we may enjoy them and feature them in Oculus, especially if you open Oculus. Graduates, please raise your hand if you received any scholarships or special funding through Gibbs College at any point during your time with us. How many of you received? That is awesome. I urge each and all of you to remember the fortunes others have paid forward to your benefit. And when I or someone else reaches out to you in the coming years regarding a potential, even yet modest contribution to our scholarship fund, I hope you might consider doing just that, if not sooner, then hopefully later. As we launch this morning's festivities, we wish to recognize a number of individuals who have also earned a moment in today's spotlight. So let's take a moment to now honor our college's outstanding and award-winning faculty and staff. Faculty and staff, please stand and be recognized. The faculty and staff of Gibbs College have enjoyed the privilege of serving and supporting our students and their ambitions. Thank you, faculty and staff. You may be seated. If you're a member of the audience or are of our graduating class who has served, continues to serve, or will serve our nation in our armed forces, please stand or wave and allow us to recognize and thank you. We appreciate your dedication and willingness to sacrifice your own life so that we may freely create our own individual stories. Thank you for helping preserve our freedoms and our peace. It is a rare graduate whose success has not been supported by the emotional and/or financial support of families and friends. So we now ask that you please stand or wave, wildly if possible, if you are a grandparent of a graduate. Grandparents, wave or stand. How about aunts and uncles? Do we have cousins? Siblings? We have siblings. Fiancés or partners? Step-parents? And fathers? So as many of you all know, tomorrow is Mother's Day. Hopefully and there are flowers for sale in the back here. And it may be that some of you may be going out to a restaurant tomorrow. Raise your hand if you may be going out to a restaurant tomorrow, right? Yeah, that's great. That's great. Great plans. Great plans. So I was reminded yesterday when one of our honorary doctorate recipients talked about how their first job before becoming a multi-billionaire was serving coffee in the Oklahoma Memorial Union, right? And it reminded me of all of us who have worked so hard just in a restaurant, getting that first job to help put ourselves through school and to make the next steps forward in life, right? How many of you have worked in a restaurant? Right? There's a lot of us out there. So when you're at a restaurant tomorrow, Mother's Day, which by the way is the toughest day for cooks, hostesses, and servers, keep them in mind and be kind, because they might be trying to get that first job to help pay for their way through college. All right, is that a deal? You gonna be kind? All right. So, have we recognized everyone? Are we ready to, have we missed anyone? Who? Did we not talk about mothers already? Mothers. Beautiful. On behalf of your graduates here in the front, we thank you, all of you, for helping make this day possible for all of our graduates. And happy Mother's Day. The college is very fortunate to host many exceptional students. Our banner carrier today is an undergraduate student who has earned their Bachelor of Interior Design with special distinction, a 4.0, and this year's outstanding senior in the Interior Design program. Let's help celebrate Ava Moore. Where is Ava? There she is. We also recognize, that's enough. We also recognize the banner carrier at yesterday evening's commencement ceremony, graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Architectural Studies with special distinction and a 4.0, and this year's outstanding senior in the architecture program, Ian Gray. Well done, outstanding students. Our two faculty marshals representing our undergraduate and graduate students are Associate Professor Dave Beck, the dude, and Assistant Professor Dr. Wen-Wen Cheng. And our faculty announcers, whose voices you will have the pleasure of enjoying in a few minutes this morning, are Dr. Tammy McCune and Dr. Charlie Warnken. Thank you both. Because these ceremonies sometimes feel like they pass too quickly, we offer you an important program highlight this morning at no extra charge. We have invited someone today who is so very special to this university and to this college. This special someone's career has been dedicated to helping us understand the difference and importance of public space and public architecture, to understand our freedoms and our right to hold our own opinions. They have written numerous books and articles about democracy, most recently about the architecture of Georgian courthouses. They have served as an expert witness at trials involving questions about how we can equitably witness at trials involving questions about how we can equitably access the right to speak our minds and vote at the ballot box and safely gather as a community. They have also provided our team at Gibbs College with necessary doses of wisdom and frequent indulgences of humor and wit. This special someone is retiring after 27 years of commitment to the University of Oklahoma, and they have agreed to generously contribute important perspectives to this morning's celebration. Please join me in welcoming Gibbs College Interim Associate Dean, Dr. Keith Gaddy.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, congratulations. Congratulations. You graduates of the greatest college at the University of Oklahoma, the Gibbs College of Architecture. Well done, well done. One more round of applause for these fine graduates. Now, my dear friend, Dean Hans Bootzer, asked me to visit with you all today. I'd like to thank Hans for his friendship and his professionalism and his partnership over these last few years at the university. He is a great designer and a true servant to our profession and the college, and he's also the one person we have not called out for distinction yet today. So Hans, thank you. Now, something I should note too, I've been to a lot of university graduations. I did not attend my own as an undergraduate, though. I was a summer graduate, and then I went off to graduate school. But one thing I'm aware of is that I'm the only thing that stands between you all and brunch. I know this. So I'm going to keep this last lecture light, which I'm sure that my graduate research students and my Studio 9 students will appreciate. Okay, so anyhow, last summer I was out running on the 10-mile flat. Jeremiah, you know where that is. With my friend Zach. We were training him up to run the Oklahoma City Marathon. And his dog Eli, well, Eli was with us. Anyhow, so we're headed out Rock Creek Road, headed towards the river. And Eli gets all excited and he takes off and he goes running down the street ahead of us. He's barking. And he stops at this fence post and he keeps barking at this fence post. And we get up near the fence post, we look, and the fence post about this high. And sitting on top of it is a turtle. 6 feet up, belly flat on the post, legs drawn in, snout poking out the front of his shell, just looking out there towards the sky. Well, we called him Turtle Pack. It just seemed to fit. Seemed like the thing to do. Now, we're not sure how this turtle got up there. Now, one thing we know about turtles is they don't jump or climb very well, right? So they probably didn't climb up there. They do float, but there hadn't been a flash flood recently, so we know he didn't wash up there and land. But there he was, staring me in the eye. Zach turns and looks at me and he says, well, I guess you never know where you're going to end up in life, so you'd better enjoy the trip and appreciate the view. Now, let me say, I've been up more than a couple of fence posts in my life, and I've stared at horizons. And horizons are very satisfying. They hold the possibility of tomorrow. And I've gotten to do a lot of interesting things at this university in 27 years and also in life. And to be honest, those opportunities, they really did just happen. Someone would ask me to deal with a problem or a project or take on an organization. Even ended up in business a couple of times in a couple of different areas. But every time I looked up, I realized that here's an opportunity. I can grow, I can learn, and maybe I'll fail. But I may as well give it a try. My daddy had always taught me to never ever say no to work. And so I paid attention to that. So the next thing I know, somebody will come to me and ask me to do something. And then I'm sitting on top of some post. I've got a budget, I've got a team. I'm staring at a horizon and two thoughts pass my mind every time. And the first one is, how did I get here? How in the world did I get here? Often followed by, my God, what have I done? What have I done? So now I'm standing here after 27 years as a Sooner, and I've engaged in professional, college, and university leadership. I've got 4 quick lessons I want to share with you all. They've served me well. I'm hoping they might serve you because every one of you is going to lead. You're going to lead something in your life. I like to think these lessons might have even made me a decent human being. I'll leave that to others to judge. So number 1 is you have to love whomever is in front of you, okay? Leadership is about cultivating people and nurturing a mission. It's about other people. To lead people, you better love them, because otherwise you're not going to be able to stand them, okay? The mission is not about you, though. it's about effecting change based upon some values or maintaining an institution and its mission and the people it serves. But it's especially about the people who shoulder that mission, Now, the first time I was placed in a formal college leadership position was probably about 10 years ago. And I recognized that love was the best tool to motivate my people and unify my organization. I had some people in that organization who were professionally injured. In the academy, we call this tenure damage. Sometimes we are often not a kind profession to the people who work in it. And some people had done that injury, probably from what they thought were good professional motives. All their behaviors could be rationally explained, but the injuries to other people and to the program couldn't be rationally healed. Healing's an act of regrowth and of life-giving, and that requires love. A lawyer friend told me once that in the book of Proverbs, there's some good stuff. You can find good stuff in Proverbs. And if you're doing your commencement talk bingo card, there's your biblical verse, okay? In Proverbs 30:33, for as the churning of milk produces curds, and the pressing of the nose produces blood, the churning of anger produces strife. Anger is not a good leadership tool. And curds, those are for cheeseheads, so if you're a Green Bay fan, we've got you covered. Leading from love is important because it sustains talent. Caring for whomever is in front of you, it takes away your prejudices. You quit questioning your motives. Instead, you listen with care and imagination to their ambitions and their fears and even their injuries. You see everyone through the same lens. This activates your mind, and it's very important to activate your mind because no one has a headache in love. And for the leader, it motivates getting your people what they need to grow, resilient, and to accept leadership. Everyone deserves support. Leadership doesn't settle scores. So let go of the anger. 2, trust in recruiting against yourself. When we were creating the residential colleges south of the stadium, I needed basically a chief of staff to run, well, to be honest, pretty much everything. I'm not much of an organizer. Several talented people in the OU community had applied for the position, but no one I interviewed felt right. And then a running buddy told me about this great person she knew who was looking for a professional change. So I recruited this person she recommended and brought her to the university. And this person is very different from me. She has different interests and thoughts, analytic styles, different way of doing things, but she's curious. She's very curious. She has organizational skills and energies that filled in all my gaps. And she had insights and strengths that filled in my many blind spots. And I've got a lot of blind spots. So we complemented each other in building an organization. Now this hire was important because Leslie, where are you? She's around here somewhere. Okay, hi Leslie. She had patience where I might not. She could work well with my spouse, Kim, who's sitting right there filming this. She knew how to manage my effort and focus it and also to apologize for me. But what was most important was she understood how to lead with love and compassion and how to coach up, hire people who will improve you and coach up towards you. And when I had to focus on the Gibbs College, she led at the residential college, and I was grateful. And then, Stephanie, we stole her and brought her to Gibbs. Find good people. Recruit against your weaknesses. 3, you can only lead one cavalry charge at a time. Now, I've had the privilege of working with 3 OU presidents directly, and I have respect for each one of them, but they were very different people. One of them, David Warren, told us in a meeting, we all need to do 3 jobs to succeed here. Well, the problem with that is it burns people out. Another one, who was here about 10 and a half months, tried to do it all himself. That left him isolated and soon out of a job. But then our current president, Joe Harris, he got it right. He told me just the other day, he said, Keith, you can only do one executive job at a time. Or to put it another way, you can't be at the head of more than one cavalry charge at a time. I like that. I like that a lot. I'd experienced this thing that Joe warned about of trying to lead more than one cavalry charge at a time. Fortunately, the organizations were strong and they held on, But they didn't thrive when I was trying to do that. They survived. You need somebody with focus and a committed heart for an organization to succeed. Leaders need emotional and intellectual energy to be excellent at one job. And when organizations struggle, it's because their leader is trying to lead multiple places in multiple directions. When I've led organizations and efforts that succeeded, I had a clear mission, a strong team, loving enthusiasm for the mission, and I was not distracted by conflict. And finally, the last piece, and I believe this one firmly, that if you've done your job right, no one will ever know you were here. Simple as that. No one will know you were here. Legacy is the worst motivation to lead. If you ever watch Mad Men, Don Draper said once, "Old men love building golden tombs and sealing the rest of us in with them." In our professions, we design and build with purpose to resolve conflicts and to improve the human condition. We generally don't design and build for our vanity. Now, maybe for somebody else's, but not for ours. At this university, when we succeed, it's because we do two clear things without needless complexity. We would remain true to our principles. We made lives better. These two things, be true to our principles and make lives better. Bud Wilkinson, the old coach here back in the 40s and 50s, had a sign at Owen Field that read, "Play like a champion today." That's what we do at this university. We build champions. Let's talk about champions. A champion is not a winner. I mean, you can win a championship. But a true champion is a person who fights for a cause or fights on behalf of someone else. Somebody who's strong for someone else in a place where they don't know how to be strong. A champion doesn't worry about statues. They are too busy trying to win with ferocious love in their hearts for something more than themselves. When you focus on legacy and credit claiming, it can kill an organization. It motivates the wrong behavior. It's attention-seeking. It is not building for posterity. You're not leading through love except for love of yourself. Loving leadership is the incubator for future leadership. It creates a place where experiences happen, where ideas are born and they thrive. As a result, leadership arises from within to sustain our values, and that means that if one leader leaves, another one's going to show up, and they were already there. And they're going to know the values. They're going to know what's truly important. And that's where the legacy is. It's in that continuity. And nobody will ever know that the previous leader was there because they simply will not be missed for the best possible reasons. So anyhow, in closing, I want to go back to the turtle. We got him off the post, and he wobbled off down Rock Creek Road, avoiding cars, making his way towards the South Canadian River. I assume he's probably my friend Mike's house now, eating strawberries, probably pondering his time atop the post. Now what I want to do is U200 here in the front. Take a quick look around. Please, take a look around. Look around, look up, look everywhere. All around you are the people who live, all around us are the people who lifted us up, who helped us see a far horizon, or who helped us off a post to continue our journey. And I will say that my own lifting hands are in the audience right now. I told you I didn't go to my undergraduate graduation. I was a summer graduate. I had just started dating the woman who'd be my wife, Kim. And we've spent our whole life chasing the sun across continents and towards horizons, often with our 4 kids in tow. We wanted them to know they could pick up a passport and go. And that is my sustaining wind. But my own mom and dad, Rita and Ronnie, they're out here right now. Mom, I see you got here. Happy Mother's Day. My dad showed me the wonder of design and of tools and of building. He's a natural engineer. He taught me how to turn a wrench, how to think about a problem. My mom showed me the arts and literature, and she even handed me the book that caused me 20 years ago to change my professional focus towards design, towards public architecture. For me, good parents made for a lifetime of curiosity that extended beyond a rural Kentucky back road. I'll often tell my own kids, and I'm telling you now, that there are mountains beyond here greater than you've ever imagined. So with humility and love, I'm going to ask you to do one thing, which is to go climb them and find a horizon. And thank you very much.
Dr. Keith Gaddy, we wish you well in your next stage. The moment you have all been waiting for starts here. Degree candidates, please put away your phones and your AirPods and pay close attention to the instructions from your faculty marshals. These may be the very last instructions you ever receive from an academic. Prove to us that you've earned this moment. Make your mothers proud. Rule number 1, after crossing the stage today, graduates will receive a gift from their director backstage. This year's gift was sourced from local trees and designed and fabricated by our own Matt Reed, who's now over there. He's also a magician. Matt is assistant manager of the college's Creative Making Lab. A professional photographer will take a picture of each student as they receive their hood and diploma, and again after they exit the stage. Photos will be available to you in the coming days, so do not delete that email. Those of you who wish to take pictures or video, please do so, but please keep the aisles clear and help preserve the views of for our audience and the professional photographer. Everyone with me so far? You guys are? All right, well done. Faculty marshals, please prepare our graduates for recognition. And now I invite Dr. McCune to the podium.
Okay, we will begin by presenting the doctoral degree candidate in planning, design, and construction. We begin with Amara Faisal. Now presenting the master degree candidates from the Division of Architecture. Aristia Habale. Brandon Stevens. Sarah Ghaffari. Jennifer Shirley. Michaela Zimmer. Tyler Kale. Donovan Cash Lindsay. Caroline Ann Simon. Luke Wilson Lancaster. Artyom Mahamutom. I'm sorry. Jeremiah Smith. Mariana Rincon. Jill Johnston. Jordan Baylies. Kay Arash. Karami. Shelby Christian. Now presenting the master degree candidates from the Haskell and Irene Lemon Construction Science Division. David Swaby. Alexander Ashton Smith. Mohammed Shadman Rahman. Elizabeth Romero. I know that.
Jeffrey Stout.
I know, he's mustard. Of course he didn't bring his. Jeffrey Stout. Jose Lopez. Jared Gravy. Chelsea Crome. Kyle Elrod. John Rodriguez. Mitchell Danner. Joshua Weber. Justin Counts. Jason Dennis. Tony Peters. Shane Conrad. Jacob Wyckoff. Tyrone Ivy. Jeffrey Hostler. Jeffrey Morgan. Okay. Now presenting the master degree candidates from the Division of Interior Design. Antia Thorson. Yamna Tahir. Riham Hamed. Azra Fifich. Now presenting the master degree candidates from the Division of Landscape Architecture. Melissa Seward. Brett Karp. Now presenting the master degree candidates from the Division of Regional and City Planning. Kimberly Dietrich. Daniela Kosnacheva. Oh my God. Jacob Lang. Texan Kim. Kevin Thomas. Henry Mensa Wilson. Emily Theodora Colleen Fitzsimmons. Brenna Wilson. Mingming Shi. Ani Gazarian. Masan Asania. Gerardo Thompson. John Kim. John Grayson Williams. Michael Deasy. Sean Wallace. Faculty marshals, please prepare our bachelor degree candidates for recognition. I invite Dr. Warnken to the podium.
And we will first be presenting bachelor degree candidates from the Division of Architecture. Laura Ferreira Silverio. Joseph Harneman. Christina Grace McKillop. Madeline Taylor Whitsett. Davis Mountcastle. Aaron Weir. Jackson Bailey. Jonathan Yule. Renata Palomo. Alexandra Sipes. Jordan Fields. Abigail Janka. Christina. Okay. Christina Went. Rose Benitez Arango. Christy Saliba. Jacob West. Audrey Stasel. Congratulations. Ryan Godfrey. Kyler Smith. Riley Tour. Mauricio Santamaria Vergara. Alexander Downham. Jose Aguirre Vayan. Jonathan Janalagata. Nicole Aldana Ramos. David Alvarado Flores. Ryan Guilfoyle. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Jacob Schleff. Kenna Sturgill Daniel. Jabran Mohammed Christie. Ian Gray. Ethan Church. Congratulations. Seth Pomeroy. Hunter Sealer. Sarah Verhool. Construction. Okay. We will now present the bachelor degree candidates from the Haskell and Irene Lemon Construction Science Division. Chase Phipps. Logan Young. Nathan Hagan. Jaden Balsley. Mitchell Graff. Trevor Dare. Parker Smith. Nicholas Gould. Russell St. Clair. Blake Mursky. Blake Haley. John Brickman Hewlin.
Okay, that's my coworker.
Wilson Blakely Garrett. Dawson Wilkinson.
Hey, Dawson.
Joshua Griffin Corona. Jesus Chewy Lopez. Esteban Andrade. Augustine Trujillo. Roberto Michael Rodriguez. Grant Hobbs.
There you go, G. Hoblet. There you go, Grant.
Congratulations. Riley Daniel Johnston. Blake Deal. Austin Hendricks. Zach Taylor. Alec Gonzalez. Jackson Trantham. Mitchell Ross. Carson Lund. Daniel Nito. William Wells. Piper Petrie. Piper Seiler. Ethan Jacob Jones. Campbell Van. Garrett Bradford. Nicholas Steins. Jack Benjamin. We are now presenting the bachelor degree candidates in environmental design. Congratulations. Gavin Blaze Voigt. Bryce O'Hara. Cleveland Shepard IV. Susanna Hills. Taylor Burt. Congratulations. Avery Schobert. Renee Wolf. Congratulations. Sophie Grantham. Cale Pennington. Simon Balu. Michael Feeney. Blake Hurl. Peyton Thorne Steger. Congratulations. Ethan Muskies. Congratulations. We will now be presenting the bachelor degree candidates from the Division of Interior Design. Jess Moynihan. Lexington Lynn Gillum. Alexis Rose Markowitz. Piper Holly Pittman. Ava Diane Moore. Jillian Stinson. Hallie Burkhalter. Megan Walters. Maria Gutierrez Soria. Grace Pettyjohn. We can stretch this out for you if you want. Johnny Wynn. We will pause briefly and allow the final graduates time to make it back to their seats. And I invite Dean Butzer to present to this year's graduating class.
Let's give a big hand to Drs. McCune and Warnken. Graduates, please stand. All right, hopefully you guys have a free hand if you need to set stuff in your chair. It's a very important moment here. So right now your tassels are on your right, and now you may move it to your left. And for those of you who have a graduation ring, you may now turn the ring so the date is facing away from you and so that others can read it and you can brag. My dear audience, thank you again for making time to celebrate with us today. And I'm so proud on behalf of our staff and faculty here at Gibbs College to present to you the Christopher C. Gibbs College of Architecture graduating class of 2023. Absolutely. Congratulations again. We will now carry on the tradition of singing the OU chant. That's right. Our chant marks the conclusion of the 2023 Christopher C. Gibbs College of Architecture Convocation Ceremony. To help us exit the auditorium efficiently, we ask the audience to please remain seated until faculty and graduates have exited the hall. Audience members, you may then join our graduates outside McCaslin Fieldhouse. Thank you all for being a part of this wonderful morning of celebration. Godspeed.